What's going on, everybody? This is Moses Workman.
And this is Moses Turner.
And this is the Moses Podcast.
No biblical shit.
You know it. We back for episode number 23. We're trying to roll them out. We're facing technical difficulties. Hopefully I can get over it. And I think I will because I'm fucking working. So, that'll happen. But how your week been, Turner?
Shit. My week's been, besides work's been a bitch, but.
Well, it's supposed to be.
I mean, my week's been pretty good. My mom and my brother came from Virginia. They did the whole Labor Day thing, the whole Labor Day weekend thing.
That's what's up.
Got to hang with family.
That's always good. Sometimes.
Yeah. I was about to say got shocked as fuck because it was like Family Secret Day.
Oh, wow.
Which I will not divulge on here. So
I don't blame you. Yeah, we don't need no negativity here.
Right.
Oh, man, that's what's up. Family's always good. Sometimes, depending on, who it is and what's going on. But, family is needed. Even whether it's good or bad, family is needed to be around, just to kind of remind you who you are, where you come from.
Right.
You got to take the good, you got to take the bad, and you just got to keep rolling. That's how you got to do it. I don't know. My week's been all right. It's been kind of a zombie week for me. I don't want to talk too much about myself because I get like that sometimes. Because I like, talking my problems because this is the only podcast that listens to it. But yeah, so I've been without my CPAP machine because, long story short, insurance company took it back.
Yes.
Yeah, they're assholes. And I got to go through the whole process again to get a new one, and I'm working on that right now, dealing with a whole bunch of stupidity. And so, with all that being said, I've been without my machine, and I've been in zombie mode for like the past week and a half, and it's terrible, man. I'm like dozing off at work again and having these weird dreams, and it's just bad, man. But, I'll get back on my feet, get back into the swing of things, and keep it moving. So, but yeah, almost forgot. Thanks for listening if you're listening and tuning in and liking, subscribing, sharing if you do, and we appreciate that. We're always looking to grow. Once we can get past this little slump that we're in right now with the audio program that we're working with, I guess, you get what you pay for, and we ain't paid shit, so.
There you go. Like, this is what free media does, people.
Yeah, so. We'll get past that, too, so. How you want to start off today, Turner?
I'm sorry, we really got to start off. Hold on. Like, did we say we weren't going to talk about this, or did we say?
No, we're going to talk about it.
Okay,
it's on the agenda.
I gotta mention the Teddy Grab.
Oh, my
gotta
goodness,
mention
man.
the Reverend Teddy Grab. Like,
so I just gotta establish what side I'm on. Okay, it was wrong. Shouldn't have happened. Let go of the girl's titty.
Period. Like, there's nothing else that you can say about that. Like, yo, you are 40 or 50 years old, and you just you called yourself copping a free field in the name of Jesus.
Yeah, right. In the name of oh my goodness, man.
Yo, what the fuck?
So if y'all don't know, this was
Aretha
Franklin's funeral, and the pastor was speaking. I can't even remember his name.
Me neither.
Dyson? No. What was his name? I don't know. It was a common name. I know I've heard it before. But all right. So whatever. He's talking, into the mic, and Ariana. I don't know if she just performed or was about to perform. Cause I only saw the snip. I didn't watch the whole funeral broadcast, but he's talking with Ari right next to him, and he's got his arm around her, which is cool. But if you look at his hand, he's like reaching up from behind her and grabbing a lot of side boob, right? And and he's like really like digging his fingers and crawling his fingers up, and you can see that happening in the video. And I'm like, wow, I probably wouldn't have noticed if it wasn't pointed out in the video I saw. But he was going in.
Yeah, he was.
He was going in.
Right there.
And like you can kind of see, like if you're looking at it, you can kind of see she was a little uncomfortable, but she was in the moment. And I guess she ain't want to be like all in the spotlight talking about get off my boob and like, you know, this ain't the time and place, right?
Right.
So there's this huge uproar about it. Oh, he's sick. Oh, he's a terrible individual.
Pedophile. He's this.
He's a pedo. He's X amount of years older than her, and he's, you know. And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, it's right now the ball's in her court.
There you go.
Was she really uncomfortable, or is she uncomfortable now that everybody's pointing it out? Who knows?
Well, she's probably more uncomfortable now that it was pointed out. But
right.
You can see in her face, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. So now it's a situation where I'd have to take her side regardless of what she chooses to do. Cause,
right.
I mean, she was obviously groped.
National television. Like, on national television, she was groped.
And whether or not she chooses to do something about it is up to her. I don't know if she was cool with it or not, but, you know, it was a little wrong. And then, like, every dude that you saw in the background was just looking at her like, damn.
Right.
Like, cause she looked good. I mean, she dressed nice and she looked she was pretty flat up. So it was a situation where it just caught. I guess I didn't see the original. So I only saw the one where they zoomed in on his hand and saw it, and you could see him creeping his fingers up on her on her side boob and everything, and then I guess he gave her a hug and then went back to the side boob grab, and it's just like he's just like targeting it, like almost, you know. And I don't know I can't call this one
right. Nah, I mean,
so it's gonna play out the way it's supposed to. That's all I can say.
I mean, fuck it, spades on the table. Like, that was just fucking wrong. Like, I can't. And see, the thing about it is, I'm not even sure if she's going to step up, because right now, yeah, this is some shit that I normally don't really care about or mention, but she was already like in the news for like licking donuts and shit, talking about, oh yeah, this is obesity and Americans are peddling this. So she's like licking donuts at a donut shop and shit. Then she's going up in elevators talking about how much she hates her fans and shit. So I don't know if she's gonna go up or not, but to tell you the truth, if she does, she's not in the wrong for this one. So
yeah, regardless of all of that,
right? So it's just like, you know, she can say and do what she wanted. What he did was wrong. Like,
right. She could have punted a baby a week ago. You know what I mean? And have this happen, and that doesn't make it any more right or wrong. You know what I mean? So
I'm just imagining Ariana Grande punting a baby.
I'm just saying, like, regardless of what her past is or what she's done or what she said, I mean, we all just witnessed her boob getting grabbed on TV. So I mean.
And I mean, to tell you the truth, with the internet that just pointed it out, you might as well just go for the gusto. Yup, fuck you, I'm suing.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but it's a shame. Like I just want her to do what she felt. Like, if she was really uncomfortable the way she looked, then yeah, act on it. If she's really going to be scarred for the rest of her life because this dude grabbed her boob, then do something about it. But if it doesn't bother her as much as it bothers everyone else, then let it ride.
Let it go, right.
So either way, you got to be behind what her decision is, because it's her situation. We're not in that situation. There are several people that have been in that situation, but I mean, I'm a dude. I'm not gonna, subliminally or intentionally, I don't know how to properly put that, but I'm not gonna grab somebody's boob without permission or implied permission at the very least.
Exactly.
You got to be careful with that implied permission. But I'm happily married.
So am I.
So moving on. I think we spent enough time on that one.
Yeah, we did.
So, man, let me tell you, yo. You know, food is very near and dear to my heart. And yesterday, I got to. Oh, all right. Maybe I should start. Maybe I should start a little earlier than the food. All right. So, I'm not going to mention the name of this place, but I had to go. We had to go buy some tap shoes for my youngest because she just started dance class last week.
Go ahead.
You might have seen wife posting about this, but we went to this dance clothing store. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember the name of it. Whatever. It was a store that sells dance clothes, dance shoes, etc., costumes, blah blah blah. So we go there, and it's in this raggedy, beat down neighborhood. Excuse me. For one, all right. So at the very least, we wouldn't expect what happened. So we go in there, and it's it's not super busy. There's our family, and there's maybe 1, 2, 2 or 3 other families there. One family was checking out already. Another family was in line, and then while we were looking around the store, maybe 2 other families came in. And I won't pull the obvious card. I'm just gonna reserve that. So by obvious card I mean black card. I'm not gonna pull that card, but I'm gonna reserve it because it's still in my pocket. But I'm ready to pull it out of the pocket if you know.
It's just like the get out of jail free card, the race card.
Right. But I'm not gonna call that because. All right, so we're in the store, and we're there for a little while. And we're looking around. We're getting used to the store. We figured out where everything was. We saw what we needed. But the way the store is set up, you have to get some help in order to get, the shoes that we were there. We were there for some tap shoes, and the lady was at the register still checking someone out. And so I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'll just get in line because there's nobody out here on the floor helping people. So maybe she just needs to tell somebody. So I got in line behind the people checking out. They checked out. And then I walked up. I said, hey, yeah, we're, just here for some shoes. We just need to, get maybe 2 sizes to check, my daughter's feet because they're growing. And we'll be out of the way. She's like, oh, okay, that's cool. You want to choose this and choose that and blah, blah, blah. She was helping me out just fine. Everything was cool. So I'm like, all right, well, here's the shoe that we like. Get size 5 and size 6. Because we'll test them both and see how they fit.
Right.
So she goes back behind the register, but another family was ready to check out. So she stops what she was doing and checks them out. And I'm like, all right, well, maybe they're just a quick checkout. And that's fine, cool, whatever. Help them out so they can get out of the way and then finish helping us. So she checks them out, and they leave. And then another family walks in, and she starts helping them as if she didn't start helping us.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow, okay.
Like y'all wasn't even there.
Like, yeah. So all right. So I was kind of just like playing it cool, just to see how she handles the situation.
Right.
And she's helping these folks. She's giving them A1 service and these folks weren't the same color as me, but I'm not playing that card yet. All right, don't take this story as me playing that card because I'm not, because I don't have proof to back it up. But I mean, I know how to see a picture when you paint it. But anyway, I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not pulling that card. I'm pulling the bad service card. All right, so so she helps these folks. She helps them out. She goes in the back. She gets their stuff. She brings it back out to them. They go and then goes and helps them try the stuff on, and then checks them out. And then another family walks up, and then she looks up the school that they go to and the rules that the school sets. And she goes and finds what they needs, and then helps them try their shit on, checks them out. And so I'm just like, all right. So I'm like, all right. So the little, the hood part of me is starting to speak.
Yeah, you see it
like,
now.
It's like, all right. So I see what's going on here. Let me just be let me just ease into it, right? So I came in the side room where the wife was. She was sitting down on the bench because the kids were acting a fool. They were full of energy, but it was really that midday nap time energy.
Right.
So
that I'm supposed to go to sleep, but
yeah, they were turning up in
Right.
the store. But so I go back over to where the wife was, but I sit in a spot where I can stare at the cashier's face. Right. So I sat down and I was like, oh, this is getting real annoying. Been here for quite a while. Didn't really expect to be here this long. So I'm like,
Right.
saying obvious loud shit, right? Nothing. In one ear and out the other. I know she heard me,
Wow.
but she didn't look at me. So I was like, all right, so she wants to play deaf. So I sat on that little bench I was on, and I stared at her in her face. Like, she wasn't looking at me. She was helping the next people. And she wasn't looking at me, but I was staring dead in her face. And I know she just felt my energy, right?
Daggers.
So eventually, while she was helping them, she like gave me a quick eye look. Like, she didn't turn her head, but she looked over to the side
Right.
and saw me looking at her. She was like, "Oh, okay." And then when she noticed that I was staring at her, she called in the back. She was like, "Hey," she called the person, whatever her name was. She said, "Hey, this family's out here. They need this style of shoes, size 5 or size 6. Bring both of them. Help them out."
She had encyclopedia knowledge
Yeah,
of what you needed.
She knew exactly what we wanted.
Right.
But she proceeded to help like a whole 2-3 other families before she finished us up. Like, she could have got us out of there in literally 2 minutes.
Right.
And so the nice lady brings the stuff out. She's like, "Oh, is she's just starting tap? Is this her first pair?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it's cool." So she tried on the 2 pairs. We picked the one that fit. We walked up to the register. So we waited in line for to finish this family again. So now I'm mad at this chick, right?
Yeah.
I ain't pulling the card, but I'm just saying it's in my pocket, ready to throw on the table.
Yep.
So I'm at the register and it's our turn, and she goes, "Sir, can I have a first name for our rewards program?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Ooh, okay."
Right.
And then just checked me out as quick as she ever checked anybody out in her entire
Let's
life.
get them out. Let's get. Oh, combative. Took your debit card. Combative. Please let this work. Oh Jesus, please let this work.
And now, so that happened. And I didn't pull the card, but I pulled the bad service card.
Yeah.
So that happened. All right. So I'm never going back to that store. So additionally, what happened? Because like how I mentioned, you probably saw the wife post that story she put up. But what happened that I didn't even notice because I was so pissed at the cashier is that my 2 daughters were in the store, right? And they were running amok. They were doing whatever they wanted to do in the store as long as they didn't touch nothing fat, whatever. They were running and playing it tag and whatever they were decided to do. Well, either way, one of the families that were in there had a little girl with her. And the little girl saw these little baby dolls. And the baby dolls, there was a white baby doll with blonde hair, and there was a brown little baby doll with black hair. The little girl picked up both baby dolls and took them to her mom and said, "Mom, I don't know which one to pick." And without any hesitation, she was like, "Ooh, pick this one," and pointed at the little white baby doll with blonde hair.
Wow.
Now, I didn't notice this. If I noticed it, I'd have been on some "What would you do, John Quinones" type shit, right? So I wish I would have saw it, right? But I didn't. So my wife was pissed about that, and she didn't say anything. Like, I guess she didn't tell me because we were talking the whole time. I guess me being pissed off about the cashier,
Right, she
giving us terrible service, I kind of
She didn't want to up it.
that kind of overshadowed her. She probably forgot to tell me or whatever. But yeah, man, I wish I would have saw that when it happened, so I could go off. Then I'd have a reason to go off on the customer, and that would have just trickled over to the cashier because I would have flipped on everybody. I would have turned over one of the racks and everything, like knocked the shelf down or something, and then left. I don't know. Oh, we almost forgot. Today's buzz is brought to you by Svedka. 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 Svedka vodka, and which is a switch for me because I only drink the brown shit. But it is really smooth, man. It is smooth. When I tasted it, it didn't burn when it went down, and it was like a smooth burn. It was like that creep up on you burn.
Yep.
And it's some good stuff. We're mixing it with ginger ale because I don't fuck with it straight because I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I could, but
I was about to say, yeah, you could fuck with it straight. I wouldn't advise on it.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea.
Can, because just like you said, it can sneak up on you, so you can think you're drinking water.
Yeah.
And you're drunk.
Yeah. And drunk. No, it was one of those sneak ups though, because we pre-gamed a little before we recorded, and I was like, man, turn around, I don't feel nothing. And I stood up, was like, oh, there it is. Yeah, so that happened. So shout out to Svedka.
Yeah,
that stuff's good.
I gotta thank my wife for that because she brought a bottle of Svedka and she brought a bottle of 151.
Oh man,
and she was just like, taste them both.
Your wife and not 151, man.
Yeah, hey.
That's her crack.
Nah, I mean, yeah, you're right. So I can't even fuck around on that. But I mean, that's the thing. 151, like, okay, taking the bite off it or whatever, it's good to get you where you need to be. 1 or 2 doubles, you're there. It's not made for you to binge off of like it's beer or like it's hell, like it's the Svedka that we're about to empty. You take one or 2 shots, or maybe 1 or 2 doubles, and you're there. You're exactly where you need to be. So that's why 151 is the best drink for you if you want to feel a buzz.
Nope,
because it gets you there.
I completely disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I was about to say that's probably one of the only things we disagree on in this podcast, but like I said, it gets you there.
And we're eating chips too.
Yeah, shout out to Wise Potato Chips.
Right, low key bomb. Like.
Right, I was about to say no, we fucking up these potato chips. We agree on that shit, but Wise Ridges. Go to the store and get some. Now.
Yeah, I was just telling Turner right before we started. Like, if you get the Wise potato chips, like the big $2 bags, you got to make sure you get the one with the ridges, because if you get the plain ones aren't as good as Lay's, and you'll just subconsciously compare it to Lay's, and you'll just be disappointed. Like, yo, these chips is nasty, but they're not really nasty.
Right, they're not nasty.
They're just not as good. You know what I mean? Unless
Wise wants to sponsor us, then they're delicious.
Exactly, yeah. Unless they want to give us a little quick sponsorship, maybe get us some audio software or something, then Wise is much better.
Then it's delicious, yo.
Yeah.
Wise catches a bad rap if they want to sponsor us.
Right. So, in the gaming world, yo, I'm excited. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Streets of Rage 4 is happening.
Yeah, I did see that. What pissed me off, though, is I did not see Adam or Skate on that commercial.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't know how, but then again, they didn't give us no update, like, on how early in the production it is, or release date.
Or if it's being made in the first place.
Or systems.
Right.
I mean, it came from a reputable source of information, so it's believable that it will happen, and whether it happens or not, I will find a way to own it. But it's something I'm looking forward to.
Oh hell yeah!
So I mean, Axel was my dude anyway. Like I always
Axel was your dude.
Yeah, Axel and Blaze, those were my two go-tos.
Oh yeah, that's exactly who they put in the commercials too.
Yeah,
but yeah, my dude has always been. Well, no, when I started Streets of Rage, I started on 3 before I started on 1 and 2. So Skate was that dude.
Yeah, Skate was dope. Only thing is, Skate couldn't slam and throw everybody. Like,
well, I mean, he was 11. What did you expect?
I know, but I started at Streets of Rage 1, So you gotta figure I've been axling and slamming, body slamming people, and then I get skates, and I'm like, yo, who's this little ass dude who can't throw this little fat dude over there? Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, so skates, you just gotta adjust your play style when you're used to using axle, and then switching over to skates, or if you're used to using blades. 'Cause blades can't toss those big dudes either.
Right.
But I mean, once you start using her, you know her style, and then you know how to mop people with her too.
Right. But I mean, yeah, when I started at Streets of Rage 3. So I looked and I was like, ooh, there's a guy named Skate. There's a black kid named Skate. He's 11.
It was Adam's son.
Yeah, well, brother.
Oh wait, no, what happened? I thought there was some relations.
No, that was Adam's little brother. Like, Adam couldn't make it, so that was his little brother. So,
and it has something to do with their dad or something.
No, it had nothing to do with their dad.
So, oh man, so
yeah,
all this
no,
time I thought Adams was Skate's dad for all this time.
No, Adam is Skate's brother.
Oh, okay,
but
I'm gonna have to reread that story.
Yeah, because it's in that letter. Like, Blaze writes the letter to Axel and he says Adam can't make it this time, but his little brother Skate is able to come along.
Okay,
So one, like, now that I'm an adult and I just thought about this now, Axel and Blaze are some fucked up people to let this 11-year-old do this shit.
Like, this kid is 11 years old.
Right.
You're letting them, like, go up against badass grown ass men with guns and shit. Like, wow.
Yo, Axel and Blaze are fucked up people.
Oh, man. So, and 3 was the one that had, what was his name? Dr. Zen?
Yeah.
And the kangaroo.
Yeah, Rue.
Yeah. The kangaroo he was so ass. I don't know, like, I always got him, like, because you have to in the game you have to beat his partner before you beat the kangaroo, and then you can play as the kangaroo after that.
Right.
And I always did that, but I always hated the kangaroo because it was ass to me. I don't know, but he was good. Like, once because I played the game enough times to where I got good with him.
Right.
But I still hated him.
Yeah, that was the same with me. Like, Rue was the dumbest fucking character, period. But yeah, as soon as you got good with him, he was sort of like, I guess I'll say you with Dan.
Yeah.
He has. Yeah. Mid rant. Because we would play Street Fighter, and Workman would play with Dan to be an asshole. Because he would tell people, I will whoop your ass with Dan. And everybody would look like, Dan? You ain't gonna whoop my ass with no Dan. You ain't gonna whoop my ass with no Dan. And he would whoop everybody's ass.
And then I would back it up
with
like
Dan, the weakest fucking character in the game. And he would whoop everybody's ass with Dan.
So for those of y'all who don't know what we're talking about, right? So there's a character on Street Fighter named Dan. He's like the Cleveland Browns of Street Fighter.
Oh shit.
So he's like the joke character of the game. Right? And I was good. I was so good at Street Fighter because when I was growing up, I had my older brother and his friend, his best friend at the time, and they would whoop my ass like constantly.
Right.
In Street Fighter, and like, I had this sincere love of video games, and it would just boggle my mind, like, why can't I figure out a way to beat these dudes? So that was my childhood. Yeah. Like, I literally devised plans every single day to beat these two dudes, and I could not do it. Right. So it got to a point where I was actually starting to make them sweat. Like, I started, learning techniques and patterns, and actually looking at them to learn how they play. And I started taking that in, and I'm like, oh, so you do this all the time, so I'm gonna start doing this.
Right.
So then I start whooping their ass, right? So that's how I got good so early. And then I'm starting to play all my friends in Street Fighter, and they didn't go through that. So so I'm good. I'm on another level than them, and I'm not a shit talker. The proof is in the pudding with me. Give me the sticks, and I'll let the record speak for itself, right? So it got to a point where I'm like, all right, I don't want to put them in that same shit that I went through. So let me just use these ass characters so that we're on like kind of the same level, like to where I'm learning how to use these
Even
characters.
kill and shit.
But to them it's like an even playing field. So it got to a point where, I mean, they started getting cocky. Like people started getting cocky with me. Like, oh, Moses is ass and Moses is this. And I'm like, all right, go ahead, keep talking that stuff. I'm gonna pick Dan, and I'm gonna whoop your ass with Dan. And I really started whooping ass with Dan, like it was real. So, all right, ran over. Go ahead, continue. That was a little
Right.
workman history.
But yeah, mid rant. But anyway, yeah. So if you go on Streets of Rage 3 and you pick Rue, Rue's the weakest fucking character in the game because he's a fucking kangaroo, people. But anyway. But anyway, yeah. As soon as you get the controls down, it's just like, oh shit, I could whoop ass with Rue.
Yeah. Once you learn his patterns and his style, he's a monster, low key.
Right.
But I just didn't like it.
Right. So it was just a complete fuck up in the game, which pretty much fucked up the series.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear about Streets of Rage for like 20 years until now.
24.
24.
I did the math the other day. 24 years.
24 years, and then now we're getting a new Streets of Rage.
And I'm excited. I don't know why, but it's probably going to be ass.
And I got giddy too. But again, if they don't have Adam or Skate on there, fuck that game. Like, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Like,
well, didn't they have to rescue Adam or something? Because Adam was in...
Not in 3.
He was in 1, right?
He was in 1 and he was in 2.
He wasn't in 2.
I thought he was in 2.
Maybe he was. I just don't use him. I don't know, but he wasn't in 3. I know that. Because did he get captured or something?
No, he didn't get captured. He just couldn't make it. He just couldn't make it this go around. That's why they put Skate there.
All right, so...
Which makes them fucked up people. But we just go on.
So, all right. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when it comes out. I can't wait for it. Streets of Rage 4. If y'all want to play with me or whatever, add me on Xbox One, Blade 417, BLADE 417. Throwing that out there for any gamers.
And if it comes out on PS4 first, PlayStation exclusive. Resilient Force 8. That's my gamer tag. Fuck yeah. And that new Spider-Man is coming out on Friday. Oh yeah.
That looks sick.
Oh shit.
Looks sick.
I saw that.
On front. Looks sick.
Yeah, I saw that gameplay and I was just like, yep. I don't give a damn. I'm getting it on release. I might go broke because that game just looks fire.
Yeah. Oh man. So what else did I wanted to talk about one other thing and I can't remember what it is. And I always do this. Shit. Oh yeah, so if y'all don't know, I fix computers, kinda, on the side, as a little side gig, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks here and there. And now I just don't want to do it anymore. So now I have friends who because I don't really need to, and I enjoyed doing it back when I used to do it.
Right.
Now it's just tedious, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this?
Even as a side hustle, shit you do for fun, really?
Yeah, because I've got 2 computers that I'm looking at right at this very minute. And I've got 1 computer in my car. I've got 3 computers that I need to fix this weekend, and the weekend's almost over. But right. I got an extra day off. I'm off because this is Labor Day weekend. So tomorrow I'm off, and then Tuesday I'm off because daycare is closed. So I'm gonna probably fix it.
I'm sorry.
No, but honestly, it's not really a day off because tomorrow I got both kids all day. So I gotta deal with my daughters.
Yeah, but you still got Tuesday off.
And then Tuesday I'm off because daycare is closed. So I got my youngest.
Again, fuck you. Because I gotta go in on Tuesday. So fuck you.
I'll trade. Man, I would trade you, yo. Honestly, cause
Shit, yeah.
I would go to work.
Shit.
But anyway, so
In a fucking heartbeat.
So, but I've got 3 computers to fix, and I don't want to do either one of them. Like, and they're all simple jobs. Like one computer is just a transfer. He's got so much. He's a DJ, so he's got so much data on his computer that it runs slow.
Is DJ your best friend?
No.
You're fucking up.
So, he's actually gonna pay me nicely, so I ain't worried about that. And he buys me lunch from time to time, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this.
All right.
So
as you lunch, I'm gonna let go of my rant.
Y'all may not understand, but people who supply me with food are near and dear to my heart. All right. So anyway, he's just got a bunch of data on his computer that it is almost full. Like, I've never seen in my entire life, except porn, I've never seen in my entire life someone fill their hard drive up this much.
Yeah, no, we'll wait till the next guest. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one dude in the group. Oh, all right. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
So
we'll wait till he gets on to start clowning.
He doesn't quite count. We're gonna clown him on the air. But anyway, this dude but he's been a DJ for years, and I understand that. So he's got tons and tons and tons of music, to the point where he's slowing down his computer. So it's an easy fix, but it's just gonna take hours.
Right.
To where I might have to pay attention to it for hours. So I'm not looking forward to it, but he's gonna pay me for it. I don't want to do it, but
he should pay you handsomely for that shit.
Oh, he'll hook me up. I didn't even name him a price, and he'll probably give me more than what I want.
Right.
So, but he's just like, I mean, he was an affluent white dude, so whatever.
Goofy white kid?
Nah.
Oh, damn.
Nah.
All right. I'm sorry. I just named the Pittsburgh DJ, so no, I'm not being racist. That's exactly the DJ's name is DJ Goofy White Kid.
Yeah.
But
so I got that. That's one, and then 2 computers I need to fix, which I'm dreading low key, because both users forgot their passwords. Password resets are hard as fuck to do, because like it's like they used to be super easy.
Don't you have to remember your old password to get the new password?
Yeah. So they want me to wipe it clean, which I can probably do. I mean, but as Windows progresses, it gets harder and harder.
Right.
So I might have trouble with it. Actually, if I even told them. I told them both. I said, look, I'm gonna try it. If I can't do it, then you just have to deal with it. You might have to get a new computer. But if I can do it, then I'll do it for you. I'm really gonna try. But I'm not gonna stress myself. The minute I feel my blood pressure go up like 1 tick, it's over. It's over. So I'm not getting frustrated over none of this. It's just the one computer's a transfer that's going to take probably 16 hours. Not even exaggerating.
Damn.
16 hours. So that's going to happen, because it's the old school USB. This computer is probably like maybe 8 to 10 years old. So I don't know. But the moral of the story is that I used to do computer work. I don't want to do it no more. So stop asking me to do computer shit. Because I don't want to do it anymore. I make enough money in my life to where I don't have to do this shit. And it's more annoying than it is fun. It's not fun anymore. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, that's it.
And that's all I got to say about that.
And I finally, unrelated. I finally cleaned that fucking Amsler case so it doesn't stink in here anymore. I cleaned that shit this morning. I cleaned the shit out of it. So yeah, literally.
Yeah, nah, I ain't even gonna front. Like, this might be boring news, but I'm taking a book writing class next week. This ain't gonna get away from the podcast, but I'm taking a book writing class.
That's dope.
And because like hip hop was my life, and then hip hop is still my life anyway. Don't go, oh, you turned your back on it. No, I didn't. But anyway, as soon as Yeah, nah. I was about to say, nah, don't fuck with me on that. I get gangster when it comes to hip hop. But anyway, I started getting interested on how the pen, like pretty much writing in a hole. So I would start writing, and next thing I know, I started writing books. I started getting into like beginnings of shit, but I could never find the middle. I knew how to start it. I knew how to end it. I just don't know how to get the shit in between. So I'm hoping this book writing class would actually help me on this shit.
I get it.
So
I know exactly what you mean, because I've been seeing that myself. Like not like I've been like I've always been in this weird space where I can always see both sides of the argument.
Right.
So when you see both sides of the argument, you can see how to start it and how to finish it. But to fill in all the shit on the in between, most of the times it feels so pointless to you that it's like, I could be wrong for you, but like that's how it is for me. But like it's to the point where it's like, I know how to start it, I know how to finish it. I don't need all the shit in between.
Yeah, and that's that's actually the same for me. It's like, okay, I know how to start it, I know how to end it. But as soon as that middle comes in, it's pointless bullshit. So it's just like, okay, a love interest. Okay, what the fuck do I really care about a love interest?
Like, yeah, the color of her eyes is just so amazing.
Right.
And it really makes me think about butterflies and shit. And
right.
Tissues. Like I don't know. I don't know how to really fill that in.
Right, and that's the thing that kind of killed me, because I'm just like, yo, that's exactly why I never made a love song, because I don't know if I could ever just say, oh, her eyes are this, or oh, how they. I could probably say it to her
exactly
greatly.
It's just hard to
but
put it in
I
book
won't rap
format.
right, book form, rap form, whatever it was.
So that's the hard part, but I'm starting to understand it more. Like I really feel like I'm in a space where I can write a book, but I don't know what the but is. But I just don't know what the but is. So it's like I know. Well, actually, I know what the but is. It's like I feel like I can write a book, but I don't know how to make it interesting in the middle. So
exactly,
it's like I know how to start it off. I know how to grab your attention. And then I know how to finish it strong, and you'll probably be weak for a minute. Like, oh, that was hilarious, or oh man, that was so good. You should do more. But I don't know how to keep somebody captivated for X amount of time.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So I know what you mean, man. I might. What is this book class? Well, we'll talk about that off air. So, but yeah, so I think I might be low key interested, but. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can put anything else on my plate. I'm too lazy. I don't know.
Well, I was about to say that's the only reason why I'm probably putting it on my plate, because I mean, when I got the podcast, we got the. Is this safe enough to actually talk about what the name of this comedy group is, or no? Is it?
Oh, the Pittsburgh Comedy Writers.
Yeah. Okay, so we're keeping it as that.
Yeah.
All right.
We're both a member of the Pittsburgh Comedy Writers. Shout to y'all. That's all I
yeah, shout to y'all.
Shout to y'all. It's fun. It keeps us busy. We go every other Thursday, and we meet up with a group of a bunch of writers. I'm not a writer. I've never been a writer, but I'm interested in writing, and I feel like I can. I don't know. I thought I would find. The drive to start writing by joining this group, and I feel like I'm starting to get it. I mean, it's been over a year I've been in this group. You just started maybe a couple months ago?
Yeah, I was about to say a couple months ago.
And I feel like it's gonna help me get the drive that I need to actually get into writing. But it's just that I got so much on my plate with being a dad and being at work, and then being a dance dad for two girls and being a husband. It's just like too much. I mean, just regular life takes up a lot of my life. So doing what I think would be a lot of fun and could possibly make me a lot of money. I just don't have a lot of time for it. But it's hard work from what I'm learning. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot from this group, but I really think that I think that I know my position when it comes to producing.
Right.
Like, I'm not a producer. I don't want to be the number one name in the thing. I want to be the person that makes somebody look good but gets paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That's kind of
the
what
one
I
that
did.
pitches it. Like, yeah, this is what we do. It just listen to what we do.
But and that's kind of what I do at work all day. Like, I make people look good, but I get paid in the background. You know what I mean? I'm the background guy that makes everybody look good.
See, that's the difference between us because I'm obsessed with the pen. So I will write this shit out and probably give you a good damn synopsis of it. I just still need a middle. That's all I need is a middle.
You'll get on. You'll catch on, man, because I'm starting to catch on. It's just a matter of reflecting. You got to reflect a lot, you know?
Right?
Like, I mean, you gotta go take a shit without your phone in your hand and like really think, like really get some time to yourself and think. And I think I've done that enough times to the point where it's like I'm starting to understand this. Like, and I really think that I can write something that would be super dope, and I can fill in the beginning, middle, and end. It's just, I don't know. I'm lazy. I don't know. That's probably my vice. That's my butt.
Yeah, I don't know because I remember pitching something to the comedy group. I don't know if I should divulge this, but
We'll get into it next time.
yeah, we'll get into it next time because it's like we're running long as hell right now.
Yeah.
But
So, as usual, this is Moses Workman,
and this is Moses Turner.
and this is the Moses Podcast,
No biblical shit.
and we out.
Peace.